Good afternoon, everyone. Happy Sunday. I'm with my mother, and she's experiencing FSD beta for the first time. So now we're on beta 10. I had kind of a rough day yesterday. It wasn't working very well for me. It was attempting to pull into every driveway along the street for whatever reason, I don't know. But it seems like a few of us have had weird issues, so I suggested a reboot and camera calibration, and it's been working fine for me. Frenchie just told me he just reset his cameras and it's been working fine too, so there was something really weird. So we're actually just going to kind of like run to one of the stores around here. So it's going to be kind of a quick drive, but I wanted to show my mom how it's going to drive along this curvy road here. We're going to go to like Green Acres or Target, something like that in the area. So it'll be kind of a shorter drive. You're already making sounds, Mother?
No.
Now you guys know where I'm getting all my expressions from. Uh-huh, yeah. Oh, that was weird. It showed a stop light back on. That was weird. There's no stoplight right there. So, what do you think? It's driving by itself?
It's okay. I don't like when it drives by itself.
Yeah, but you've never been in the car since I've had this. Isn't that pretty crazy that it's driving by itself? It's turning on the signal, it's going to turn left here. See? Cool,
I trust you. You'll protect your mama.
Yep.
Guardrail.
We're fine. So this turn is kind of sharp, and it always turns on the turn signal for whatever reason. It's okay.
It's safe.
Yeah, it's safe. It's not like it's just, that's kind of like a quirk to me. It doesn't drive wrong. It just turns on the signal. I think is the angle of the turn is kind of sharp. But it's pretty impressive, right? I mean, it's driving around all these curves.
It is. It's kind of like holding my breath.
Yeah, I can tell. Usually my mom talks. You know, I think she's a little nervous.
You think?
Okay, let's go to Target.
I want to go to Green Acres.
Navigate to Green Acres.
Thank you. I love Green Acres.
Okay. Arcade Citrus Heights. Oh, there's one other arcade. Well, let's go to the one of them. Citrus Heights. So it should make us turn right here. Perfect. This is what I was wanting. So this turn's actually kind of challenging. It's this is Auburn Boulevard, and we're coming from Winding Way to Auburn Boulevard, and it's a kind of a long right-hand turn here.
Why?
This is the first time I've tested it on beta 10.
That's good. Good. It stopped.
It stopped, all right. Good. I mean, it braked a little bit too hard. I feel like it's like a little bit hard on the pedals for some reason. I mean, it's like night and day better than what it used to be. I mean, it used to just like hard brake, hard accelerate all the time. That was, I mean, they could use a little bit of smoothing for that, but
That was fine.
it was fine. That's more just my critique. So these are very interesting lights. They're horizontal lights. So we have vertical lights on the side and then horizontal in the center. And it actually responds perfectly fine here. They show as vertical, but they're actually horizontal. Oh, interesting. It moved away from that truck. Wow. That's new behavior. I've never seen that happen before. So we actually have a right-hand turn coming up, and it moved to the left. Maybe this car was slow, maybe it was the truck, I'm not sure, but it moved over. That actually felt pretty natural to me. You're nervous? What do you think of the screen? Isn't this cool looking?
It is.
So we actually have a right-hand turn coming up. I wonder when it's going to try to do this. Oh, why did it just...
Darn.
Why did it just break?
What?
Okay. I don't know why it did that.
Because it wasn't safe to merge over?
Yeah, but it usually would turn signal before it would attempt to merge. That
Yeah,
was
but
kind of weird. Yeah, that was
just
really...
stopped.
It just stopped kind of out of the middle of nowhere. There was no traffic in front of us. There was nothing indicated. We had a
I
truck
looked at your
behind
foot
us.
to see if you were messing with me.
Yeah, no, this is the car.
Oh, great.
It can be kind of glitchy.
A
That
little.
was one of them. So as you guys saw, I tapped that button right there. This little picture of the camera is the autopilot report button. So like if you don't disengage, you can tap that to kind of report like a weird issue. That was weird. I don't know why it was braking. I actually tapped the accelerator a little bit because that big truck was behind us.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
watch out, lady. Watch out.
You're telling her to watch out?
Yeah, well.
Did you feel how it widened the turn?
Yeah.
That was awesome. So it kind of like widened just slightly to go around that turn.
Yeah, but it's not a big rig truck. I don't know why it did that.
Because you don't want it to curb the rims. These rims are big. Yeah, it's driving a lot more confidently. As you can tell by my mom's face, she's kind of clenching.
I'm just loving it.
I mean, I would prefer that the way it drives...
I wasn't with you in the car.
No. I would prefer it drives based on your setting, your drive mode setting. So like I have mine on chill. I would like the autopilot and the systems to drive in chill mode. And when you go to sport, then drive more aggressive. They should really allow the tuning to be adjusted to your driving mode. So Volkswagen and Audi, they have an adaptive cruise control setting that makes the car drive differently based on which setting you're in. So I would like the Tesla to do the same. So if I'm in chill, drive chill. If I'm in sport, drive more aggressive. Not just like all or nothing. They need to make it tuned based on people's driving behavior. So I prefer my car to drive a little bit more slow. Someone might want it to be standard or sport. They should adjust the setting.
It's kind of too fast for me.
Yeah, it is. And it's really hard to like, people don't really, you can't see that. Like, you can feel it in the car as a passenger.
Yeah, because they're braking it there already.
Yeah. And this is a performance model, so, you know, the amount of power when the car goes is a lot more than, say, just a standard range rear-wheel drive model. Even Omar, he's another tester, he actually noticed it. It was more aggressive in his performance model than his non-performance model because it just has more power. So they really should make the car kind of respect our driving mode, which is mine and Zen chill. Yeah, so the streets over in this area, you know, I moved out here, so the streets are marked a lot better. Now there's a lot of potholes, but the streets are a lot better marked than in Midtown, East Sacramento, where I used to live. Yeah, it drives really well. I handled that car cutting us off with no signal. As you can see, the brake lights light up on the screen here. See all the brake lights? You can go around.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, isn't that awesome? You know what's amazing to me is all of this is...
It's just an SUV.
Yeah.
Huh.
You can see the different types of cars. You know what's something that's really impressive is this being shown up here with the streets and all that. That's literally purely based on what the car sees. It can render out what it's just thinking it sees.
The green lights too.
It's incredible. If it's not confident, it'll be kind of a less bright color. When it's confident, it'll be bright. All of this intersection was being rendered from the cameras. When the very first night that I got this, I'm like, first I thought it was map data. Then I saw one of the presentations and they were talking about how it was all vision based, and it kind of like the neural net can guess what it's supposed to look like based on like past vision. It's incredible. See all the shading? It knows kind of like where roads are and driveways. It's doing a lot better job with these lane lines going through intersections. It didn't.
This is a nice road.
Yeah, it's a much better road. But even on non-marked roads, it drives great. So my older drives, the past drives, have been in Midtown, and there's no markings on pretty much all the roads there. And the car kind of draws its own lane and stays there now. It used to kind of like bounce around. So it's changing lanes by itself. I don't know what's happening with this camera. Maybe it's overheating. I don't know. But at least we have the expression camera going. I need another GoPro. So hopefully, you know, the new GoPro 10's coming out. Hopefully in a month or so. So hopefully my YouTube videos get some views, and then that'll give me enough money to buy the new GoPro, so that I can have two GoPros, because this Sony camera, it's just unreliable. It overheats all the time, and I don't know what the deal is. I've had it cut out on so many videos, it just kind of frustrates me. So that, it made the turn just fine. This camera, I don't know if it's recording or not. No, it died. But at least you can see us and the reaction for now. We're almost to our destination anyway. We're about a minute away. So what did you think so far?
Yeah, it's good.
It's good? You're not freaked out too much?
No, I'm not freaked out too much.
Yeah, it didn't do anything too off the wall, except that it braked kind of in the middle of the road. For whatever reason, it didn't indicate.
At a green light.
Yeah, a green light. It just braked after the intersection. We're not entirely sure. It didn't indicate anything on the screen. But let's see if it pulls in its parking lot. So now we're almost to Green Acres. It's going to pull into the parking lot. Let's see.
Oh yeah, we got a truck right
there. Curb here.
No.
It's not going right. Okay, it worked.
Squirrely. It's squirrely.
It got really close to this truck.
Squirrely. Yeah, see what happens. Oh, it's shaking.
Waiting for a turn.
Sure, that little car was out of the way.
It's driving through the parking lot, so you know we're actually in front of.
Speed bump.
That was not a speed bump.
People.
Okay, I don't know what's happening, you guys. It just said take over immediately. There's like people walking all over. Put on the hazards. Okay, that was a nice ending.
That was a curve kind of thing.
No, it just didn't know what to do. Okay, so we made it, and I guess that was our finale, is the take over immediately warning hands on the screen, which you can't see because this camera died. This has kind of been my issue with doing this recording lately, because I have all these weird technical issues with all the different camera gear, and so I just need another GoPro. That's going to really help me.
I need to go for a walk.
Okay, see you guys.